Hey YouTube, Geminijets 2000 here, coming at you with special airport updates. Got this one is Newark Liberty International Airport, KEWR, up in New Jersey. Yeah, happy to get back into doing some real world updates. I basically made the terminals basically as realistic as I could. Terminal C is like actual size, same number of gates. This is a United terminal. It's these three concourses here, and I even tried to get the same kind of like the parking spot orientations for the planes. And I kind of ran out of room for Terminal A and B, but those are kind of combined. Those are those little circular terminals. But yeah, Newark Liberty International Airport, a whole lot of United stuff, bunch of really cool routes. This is kind of interesting because it's not the summer season, so you don't have the summer seasonals, but we got some interesting winter seasonal domestic ones, and we got some heavies doing domestic stuff, which is all cool. Yeah, happy to use my full United fleet. I got a lot of them. I want to do more of these real world updates. Just first off, doing Newark here. I want to do also like Philly and Charlotte for American hubs, but I have some more American models on order, so I'm just waiting for those to come. But yeah, this is Newark. I love to do Washington Dulles, do O'Hare, Chicago once I get those American ones. And yeah, so first off, I just want to say this is basically 100% realistic for Newark as of yesterday. That's when I got all the routes for these. All the United routes and all the domestic and all the international, they are like it's the same aircraft. If it's a 737-900ER here, it's a 737-900ER in real world, etc. The only two the only two ones that aren't that way is just SAS, Scandinavian, and Turkish, where it's like Scandinavian is supposed to be A330, but I got to 350, and Turkish also is supposed to be A330, but it's A350. Everything else is realistic. Down to the aircraft, even the version, like 737-800 versus 900. So pretty realistic. I wish I actually had a better map for this, even though, because yeah, it's just over my Portland airport terminal. But yeah, we're gonna start out here with United and Terminal C. We'll start on this side here. Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful. First off here, we got some 737s. The first model here, we got a 737-900ER for United, and he is heading out to Detroit and came in from Grand Cayman. And we got a 737-900 or 800 right here, heading out to San Salvador and arrived in from Curacao down in the Caribbean. A lot of Caribbean stuff, which is really cool. A lot of those winter seasonals I was talking about. Right here is the 737-900 heading out to Houston Intercontinental. Came in from Montego Bay. And most of these routes were all in the afternoon hours. So it's kind of afternoon-ish. It's not a specific time period, but afternoon pretty much. Here's a 737 MAX 8. Gonna be heading out to Bogota, Colombia, and from San Jose, Costa Rica. Got an A320 in from Nassau, in the Bahamas, heading out to Atlanta. 737-800 in the Star Alliance, heading out to Sacramento, and came in from Antigua, out in the Caribbean. And before we get to the heavies, we'll get the 737-900 here taxing, and he is heading out to Santo Domingo and came in from Liberia, Costa Rica. And next off here, the heavies. The only thing with the heavies too, I guess there's two Uniteds, which this 763 is doing like 764 routes, and the 788 doing 764 routes. I only have one 767-400, and there's like 6 routes for them. So yeah, but starting out here, we got a 787-9 for United. Beautiful model. This is the NG version. And he is heading out to Johannesburg, South Africa, long flight. And he came in from Chicago O'Hare. Right here is the 767-300ER. He is in from Amsterdam. That's the 767-400 route, and heading to Zurich. That's the 767-300 route, so that's fine. Then right here, we got a 777-200 Star Alliance. It's the NG models one. Heading out to San Francisco, and he's just getting cargo deloaded in from Sao Paulo, Guarulhos. Up next here, we got a couple more Dreamliners, beautiful models. The 787-10 here. This one here is in from Tel Aviv, and it's gonna be heading out to LAX, doing some domestic stuff. And this one right here has come in from LAX and is heading out to Paris Charles de Gaulle like right now during this season, there's only, I think there's just 2 787-10 international routes, just LA. Just Tel Aviv and Paris. But then they were still doing some domestic ones like LA and San Francisco. So that's, and even Chicago. So yeah, a lot of these heavies, and if you look on the real, like you look on Flight Radar, there's a lot of them doing domestic stuff just because this is the off season for international travel. So yeah, a lot of them do domestic stuff too, which is cool. But then right here, we got a United 767-300ER. This one's in from Kahului, Maui. That's a seasonal service, a winter seasonal one for them, which is really cool. And he's heading out to Berlin, Brandenburg, over there in Germany. Beautiful model there in a new livery. We got a 767-400 here up next. And he's heading out to Lisbon and came in from Madrid. Then this was an interesting gate. It looks like it's really tight. But that's the way it was. Looking on Google Earth, and I noticed there's a 767-400 parked here on a Flight Radar 24, and then a 777-200 parked at this gate. So I guess they make it work. But yeah, moving on to the next pier in Terminal C. We got a 787-9 for United here. And a beautiful model. This is the Gemini version. He is heading out to Cape Town, South Africa, and arrived in from Denver. And then this, if you look on like the Google Earth view, these are all like narrow body gates from here, but they can be converted to wide body. So that's what's up right here. Got a 787-8 here. I did not find any 787-8s for United coming in over the last day or so. It's all 789s, 10s, and then 767s. So this guy, he's going to be operating for a 767-400, saying it's an aircraft swap. That's not realistic. But eventually, I figure this is what they'll replace the 767s with. Because United just announced an order for like 200 Dreamliners. 100 with 100 options and to replace the 767s. But yeah, this 787-8 is operating for a 767 400 and came in from Barcelona and is heading out to Dublin. Right here, we got the 737-900ER in the Continental retro livery, beautiful model. And he is heading out to, he just arrived in from Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, and is going to be heading out to Anadilla, which is BQN out in the Caribbean somewhere. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that one. But once again, just a lot of those kind of interesting, cool routes that you don't see from a lot of airports. But yeah, next up here, we got a 737-800 for United from Bonaire down in the Dutch Caribbean near Aruba. And he's heading out to Orange County, Santa Ana. And then down at the end of the pier, we got a A319 here. And he's heading out to Raleigh-Durham and came in from Miami. Empty gate that a 738 is pushing out of the old livery. And he is pushing out for Guatemala City and came in from Puerto Vallarta. Next year, another 737-800. And he is going to be heading out to San Diego, came in from Bridgetown, Barbados. And we got an A320, the Stars and Bars retro livery, the United retro livery. And he is heading out to Charlotte Douglas and arrived in from Nashville. We got a 737 MAX 8 heading out to Austin, Texas, and came in from Hayden, Colorado. That's another like ski resort, winter seasonal route, Hayden, Colorado, so that's cool. Then we got a MAX 9 here pushing out for, he's going out to Boston and came in from Seattle, Tacoma. 319 is heading out to Savannah, came in from Sarasota, Florida. 737-700 in from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It's heading out to St. Thomas. And 737-800, this is a Star Wars livery. I know this one's repainted, but it's a beautiful model. I'm still going to keep it in. And from Belize City, Belize, and it's heading up to Charleston, South Carolina. I'll just show something real quick. A lot of people have asked how I do my airport schedule. Like this one, it's all manual. I just looked on Flight Radar and some other tracking apps. I did Flight Radar for United just to see all for each airplane and everything. I just get the inbound and the outbound, just based off of the arrival departure boards. And then pretty much the same for these ones. These ones, since they Flight Radar only shows the planes in the air, I just look on the actual schedules to just see what aircraft are on the routes and stuff. And then I got whatever internationals I could for whatever airplanes I had and stuff. So that's how I do that. It took like 2 hours to do. So yeah, it's a little work, but But yeah, next here we got an A320 for United. And he's heading out to Salt Lake City and came in from New Orleans. We got a 737-700 here for United, and he is heading out to St. Martin and came in from Mexico City. Got a 777-300ER, beautiful model, absolutely love this one. This is the Aviation 400 one. And he is heading out to Frankfurt, Germany, and came in from San Francisco. And then right here, we got a United 737-900ER. And he came in from Basseterre in the Caribbean, is heading to Panama City. Another one, interesting Caribbean route, which is cool, which I don't know how to pronounce. Airport code is SKB, if you want to look it up. And then right here, we got an E170 for United, United Express, and he's heading out to Key West, Florida, and came in from Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. And we got a 757-200 for United, and he is heading to, let's see what I got. He's heading to Tampa and came in from Fort Lauderdale. Once again, this being the winter season, we got a lot of 75s doing domestic stuff, and in like Florida, because they do summer seasonal, they do those ones like, you know, like Bergen, Norway, and those during the summer, but those don't operate now. So that's cool. Then right here we got a 777-300ER for United, heading out to where did I have him? He is going to Brussels and came in from Tokyo Narita. And then next to 333 here, we got an A319 heading out to Jacksonville, Florida, and came in from Montrose, Colorado. And then a 757-200 here, heading out to Edinburgh, Scotland, came in from West Palm Beach, Florida. And we got a 737-900ER, gonna be heading out to Fort Myers, Florida, came in from Washington Dulles. At the gate here, we got a 757-200 right here in New York, heading out to Lima, Peru, came in from Eagle, Colorado. It's a cool one. That's a high elevation airport, and they need good performance there, so that 7.5 can do it, so that's cool. Like American, they used a 319 with the sharplets and the upgraded engines and stuff, so that's cool. Then right here's a MAX 8 for United, and he's heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth and came in from Bozeman, Montana. And a few more Uniteds here. We got an E175 down here at the pier, and he's heading out to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and came in from Havana in Cuba. And right here's a 757-200, and he's going to be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor and came in from Orlando. Just on the other United here, we got a 757-300. This is a new model for me. I was looking for a route for this, expecting to see them here, you know, doing, because it's a hub. But I couldn't find one. But I found that there's one that I think it was a ferry flight. If not, it could have been passengers, but it came in from Las Vegas on like the 5th, so like 3 days ago of January. And then it was still sitting out, so probably doing maintenance, something. So that's realistic, a 757-300 here. That's a beautiful model, happy to have it. They go a lot out of Denver, Chicago, and Houston, and San Francisco, but I guess not much out of Newark. Or it could have just been this one day where I didn't see any in the schedule. Moving over to here, we got the other terminals here, the aircraft lined up. Sorry this isn't as neat or anything, but yeah, kind of working just with the amount of space I got, which isn't, I mean, it's a lot, but not a ton. In the back of the line, we got another United 737-900ER, and he is heading out to Las Vegas and came in from Puerto Plata. Right here's a Delta A220-300, and he's in from Salt Lake City, and he goes back to Salt Lake City. That's a one daily flight. We've got a Spirit A319. He's in from Houston Intercontinental. He'll be taxiing to a gate and then going out to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'll just get these guys taxiing out here for the rest. Second or a few more Uniteds, never mind. Another 737-900ER, well, 737 for United, and he is in from Santiago de Americanas, or I'm down in Dominican Republic, one of those places, or Las Carolinas, is something. STI, that's the code I got for it. And he is heading out to San Juan. And right here's a 777-200 for United. I'll say this is operating as a 777-200ER. He's heading out to London Heathrow, and arrived in from Honolulu. Honolulu's right now on a 767-400. But I saw it on 777 like a few weeks ago, which is cool. So, and I'm out of 764s and I got the triple. So, right here's Alaska 737-900 honoring those who serve. And he's heading out to Portland, flight 53. Came in from Seattle, flight 714. Cool to see that. When I was a ramper back in Portland, I used to do that flight all the time. Right here's a Turkish A3. This should be an A330-300, but I got 789, so it's a substitute. Heading out to Istanbul, that's where it is. And right here, United. I guess this is the only other thing that's not realistic. Some of the United regionals, I got these CRJ 200s in here. They only do the CRJ 550s in the U-175, so I'm just pretending this 200 is a 550. But he's heading out to Presque Isle up in Maine, came in from Ithaca. Those are CRJ 550 routes, which is just a CRJ 700 with only 50 people. And right here's a JetBlue A320, and he is heading out to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, came in from Tampa. And on short final here for the parallel Illinois, we got the Singapore Airlines A350 in from the 18-hour flight from Singapore. That's one of the longest in the world. I think Singapore to JFK, which they just started, is like 5 miles longer, so it's further, or a little further. And yeah, so now over to the terminals here. I'll just get the United Express here. All these CRJs, this is an actual 550, so this is what the 200s and stuff are pretending to be. But CRJ 550 in from State College, Pennsylvania, heading out to St. Louis. CRJ 200 for 550, heading out to Providence, Rhode Island from Pittsburgh. CRJ 700 for 550, heading out to Washington National, came in from Wilmington. And then right here, we got this is a Mesa CRJ 900. United just announced that they're gonna start operating these, so this might be realistic in the future. But for now, I'm just saying he's doing an E175 route, which is in from Bangor, Maine, heading out to Manchester, New Hampshire. Then we got another CRJ 200, so 550, and he's in from Rochester, New York, and is heading out to Abaco, Pennsylvania, or Scranton. And right here is a E175 heading out to Buffalo, New York. Came in from Memphis. And so that's United Express there. Yeah, all these CRJs, the 200s and 700 will all be 550s. We'll see if Mesa ever gets their way up here into Newark, but they're gonna no longer be operating for American, but operate for United. So that's interesting. Over here we got JetBlue in Alaska, A321 in from Orlando, heading to LAX. A320 in from Fort Myers, heading to STI again, Santiago down in Dominican Republic. Same as that United there, that one I forget which actual city. But there's 2 of them down there. One is like D Los Americanos, and another is D Cares. It's something else, starts with a C. And I know STI is the one that starts with a C, but I forget the actual name, so sorry about that. But down in Dominican Republic, right here's the last JetBlue, another A320, heading out to San Jose, Costa Rica, in from Cancun. Right here's Alaska 739. This is I think my first time showing this model here, so I decided to just throw it in. And he's heading out to San Francisco, of course. Came in from San Diego. And we got an A321neo, more love, LAX, in from LA, heading back. That's cool. They do the A321s on this too. Had a Legion A320. They do a few routes out of here in from Asheville, heading out to Destin, Fort Walton Beach, down in Florida. And over here is the American Spirit and Delta terminal. They're more spread out, the real Newark. There's 6 of these little circle terminals. I only have room for 3, so that's right here, Spirit A321. And he is heading out to Miami, came in from Fort Lauderdale. A320 to Orlando, or in from Orlando out to Atlanta. And an A320neo is in from LAX and heading to San Juan. Delta here, we got an E170 heading out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. This would be operated by SkyWest. We got a 717 doing an Atlanta turn, empty gate where the Delta A320 will go, and another 717 doing a Detroit turn. American, mostly 737s, a few Airbuses. We got a 737-800. This is the retro livery, and he's going to be heading out to Charlotte, in from Charlotte. Another 737-800 heading to O'Hare, in from O'Hare. A321neo heading out to Phoenix and is in from Dallas. And the 737 MAX 8 is in from Miami, heading back there. And almost done here. Now just the rest of the internationals. There's a lot of international airlines that do go here, but these are the only ones that I actually have the airplanes for. A few more. I saw Ethiopian was going here, but I didn't see any flights this week, so I didn't throw them in. Air France does 777-200. I don't have a 200, I got a 300. British Airways is on the 777. I got a 787, so. But to prevent the clutter, I just put in kind of what I have. Right here's a lot 787-8, gonna be heading up to Warsaw, Poland. Last United here, finally. 777-200ER pushing out of the gate for Rome and came in from Tokyo, Haneda. Right here is an LL 787-9 heading to Tel Aviv. French B, it's really cool because I've had this model and I haven't had it anywhere where it's like realistic or anything, but they go here to Paris Orly. So that's really cool. Newark, Paris Orly, French B, A350. It does say French Blue on the airplane. They changed these to French B because of like a copyright issue, which is kind of interesting, kind of funny. Right here, taxiing in, we've got a Lufthansa A350 in from Munich. We'll be heading back. He'll park at the United gate there. We've got an Air India 777-300ER heading out to Delhi and in from Delhi. And then right here, final model, or I guess there's a few cargos, but right here, SAS Scandinavian A350-900 in from Oslo and is heading up to Stockholm in Sweden. And this is the A330 routes for both of those, A330-300. I guess the final planes, we got 5 little cargos here. Down at the end there, we got some UPS aircraft. We got a 763 freighter in from Boston heading to Indianapolis, and an MD-11 freighter in from Anchorage heading to Portland, Oregon. I remember I used to see these going to Portland all the time. FedEx, they got a little kind of mini hub here. I've seen them going to Seattle, Oakland, LA, and Memphis, of course, on the MD-11s. There's that United 753, which we already got. And then for UPS here, we got an MD-11 in from Louisville, heading back, of course. And right here is a 767-300 freighter in from Colgan, Colgan, or Germany. And so that's a cool route. It's heading to Louisville, of course. And then right here is a DHL 767-300 freighter heading to Cincinnati, the DHL hub. So that's going to do it for this update of Newark Liberty International Airport. I want to do more of these real world updates. Once again, I like to do Charlotte and Philly. I currently fly the Embraer 145 out of Philly, Charlotte too a little bit. So I want to do that. That's really cool. But yeah, cool to do Newark here. Got all these United, so I wanted to put them in for something. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Geminijets_2000. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Get a good shot here. And that's gonna do it.